Sports Court with 13 on your side. As we enter one of the busiest times of the sports calendar with all sports seemingly going at the same time, we turn our focus to hockey this week in Sports Court, where we argue the case, was Red Wings general manager Steve Yzerman wrong for outing Tyler Bertuzzi's vaccination status?
Testimony.
Absolutely not. Steve Yzerman is in charge of the entire team, and if he is directly asked, what is the vaccination status of your group? Yzerman is well within his rights to say who is and is not vaccinated. If everybody on the team except for one person is vaccinated, that's going to come out sooner than later. No problem with Yzerman said in saying that Tyler Bertuzzi is not vaccinated.
Jamal, what are you talking about? It was completely unprofessional for Steve Yzerman to talk about Tyler Bertuzzi like that. And I'll tell you why, because there's a hidden motive. First off, let's look at the quote. Quote, "It's his decision. I am not in position to force anything. We can't force anyone to get vaccinated. I am personally vaccinated. My family is vaccinated. I'll leave it at that." Now, I'll leave it at that means he wants to stop, because I'll tell you why. It's no secret that he wants to trade Bertuzzi. And now, with the limitations, he can't do that. There was clearly bite to this, and that's wrong.
What are you talking about? Trade Tyler Bertuzzi? He's one of the three best forwards on the team, arguably the best forward next to Dylan Larkin. And you think Yzerman wants to trade this guy? It's not about that. It's about running a business. And Steve Yzerman has a team to run. He can't run it successfully if his best players aren't on the ice. Cross-exam. Wouldn't you want all of the best players available at all times?
Hey, first off, don't look at me. I just read what the beat writers are saying, and that's the buzz. Don't you think it'd be better if perhaps you give Bertuzzi the chance to say this first before you come out with it?
I think that might have had some play if when Bertuzzi had the opportunity to speak, he gave insight into his decision. Tyler Bertuzzi has every right to take a stance whether he will or will not get vaccinated. That's his choice. When he was asked why, he didn't give much of a response. That is also his choice. Because he chose not to talk about it, I really can't blame Yzerman for bringing it up.
Closing arguments.
There are 9 Canadian road games on the Red Wings schedule. As of right now, the country will not allow unvaccinated people into the border, which means Tyler Bertuzzi will miss at least 9 games for the Red Wings. As a teammate, you have to be disappointed that you did everything you could to be there for your team and Tyler Bertuzzi did not. On top of the fact that statistically, he is now more likely to contract COVID than his teammates are. So he can miss even more than the 9 Canadian games. You gotta be disappointed if you're one of his teammates. Again, Tyler Bertuzzi had every right to do what he did, had every right to make that choice. However, there are also consequences to his choice.
Jamal, I hear what you're saying, and I want to make this very clear. I am all about vaccinations. That's not what we're talking about here. I find it very hypocritical of the Red Wings to do this. This is an organization that routinely sends out press releases. So-and-so is out with a lower body injury. I mean, could you be any more vague? I sound like Chandler from Friends right now, but could you be any more vague? Now, all of a sudden, we're going to be specific? Going forward, do that. But if you're not going to do it, you were wrong in this case, Steve Yzerman.
The verdict.
Now, we want to know what you have to say, jury at home. What are your thoughts?
Head to the 13 on your side Facebook page or text COURT to 616-559-1310. That will get you right to the Facebook post where you can unleash your opinions on what we said.
And we highlight our favorites next week in Sports Court.